Hello, Math 2 7th graders. I'm going to flip around. So here we're going to work out these 9 problems that I gave you, all right? So if you haven't done it already, then let's stop and do it. So what I want you guys to do, you can hit pause, but I want you to make a circle when they're word problems and obey the circle. Just get ready to write a proportion. So Bob walks 3 blocks in 5 minutes. Well, I'm going to go blocks over minutes, and you can abbreviate. So he walks 3 blocks in 5 minutes. Well, at this, you have to have this. It has to have it be going at the same rate for it to be proportional. So where's the 21 going to go? Well, it was 21 blocks, and if you make your circle, then it's obvious. 21 goes on top. And I'm just going to put an X here. And now I'm just going to think door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. Well, this is just times 7, so times 7, so X equals 35. Bob will walk 21 blocks in 35 minutes. Make your circle. Or make your circle, obey your circle, solve it, write your sentence. Answer the question. So you try number 2 here. It's a lot like number 1. If you haven't already. So I got pages per minute. I'm going to go 25 pages in 15 minutes. And at the same rate, where's the 35 pages going to go? Well, pages are on top, so the 35 is going to go here. Here's my X. This is not door number 1. This is going to be door number 2. I can reduce this. I can divide both these by 5. So this is 5 over 3 equals 35 over X. And now that's just times 7 times 7. X equals 21. So Stan can read 35 pages in 21 minutes. Right? Number 3. So make your circle and go if you haven't done it already. Pause. I'm going to do it. So 5 pages in 4 minutes. So I'm going to make my circle, and I'm going to obey my circle. 5 over 4. How long will it take to read 7 pages? So this isn't door number 1 or door number 2. This is going to be door 3. 5x equals 28. Chris equals cross. Divide both sides by 5. It's going to be a little less than 6. Oh, the 5 stays 5. 25 plus 3 is 28. So 5 1/3 minutes. Or 5 3/5 minutes. I'll just write it will take, here I can just say 5.6 minutes. Because 3/5 is 0.6. All right, number 4. Chuck makes $40 in 5 hours. How much will he make in 11 hours? So pause if you haven't done it. Dollars per hour. Here's his $40 in 5 hours. So how much in 11 hours? Well, this is just times 8. So times 8, doing the vertical weasel. X equals 88. You could have found the unit rate. He's making $8 an hour, and done it the door number 2 way, and that would make sense. Finding the unit rate. How much does he make an hour? Chuck makes $88 in 11 hours. All right, now we got 2 people. I'm going to cut it in half here. You got Bob over here and Stan over here, right? I'm just going to make one circle. It's dollars per hour. be organized. So Bob's making $20 in, or $200 in 20 hours. How much is he going to make in 1 hour? When I'm trying to find the unit rate, you just do X over 1. So he's making $10 per hour. And then for Stan, he's making $160 in 10 hours. How much for 1? Well, he's making $16 per hour. Right? So Stan's making more money per hour. But unit rate, just how much for 1. That's how you find it. So number 6 here. So again, you got two different things here. We got Wheaties and Cheerios. You're going to have, I'm going to do cents, since my answer is going to be in pennies, not, so that'll make more sense. And here's my ounces. He's going to cost him 360 cents for a 40-ounce box. How much for a 1 ounce? And that's just 9 cents per ounce. You can just see it. 36 divided by 4 is 9. And then for Cheerios, it's 420 cents for 60 ounces. How much for 1? When you're finding the unit rate, just how much for 1. And you can just see it, it's just times 7 times 7. Anyways, X equals 7 cents per ounce. So which is cheaper? The Cheerios are cheaper because it's 7 cents an ounce, right? This is 9 cents an ounce. So that's how I do when I'm trying to find the unit rate. If I'm comparing, saying who gets paid more or which is cheaper, just do it like that. Number 9 or number 7 here. So read, you get inches and hours. It's snowing 2 inches every 3 hours. So how much is it going to snow in 12 hours? Well, that's just times 4 times 4, X equals 8. And it will snow 8 inches in 12 hours. Now number 7 here, I'm going to do this, number 8, these last two I'm going to do it by making a table here. You can make a circle obey a circle or make a table obey a table. So here I'll show you making a table when it's weird like this. So when you have time, I always put time on the left. So hours is one of my units and inches is the other unit. I always put time on the left. So if it's 3/4 of an hour, it snows 12 inches. Well, the obvious question is, and I'm asking you, how much is it going to snow in 5 hours? Well, get the unit rate. How much is it going to snow in 1 hour? Find the unit rate. And you do that just by multiplying by the reciprocal. Because the product of reciprocals is always 1. If I multiply this by 4/3, I'm going to get 1, so I multiply this by the same thing, by 4/3. Stick a 1 under. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So if it's snowing 12 inches in 3/4 of an hour, it's going to snow 16 inches in an hour. And then, so how much is it going to snow in 5 hours? Well, that's just times 5 times 5. It's going to be 80 inches. It will snow 80 inches in 5 hours. So with that example, if you didn't do it, try number 9 like this, okay? So try number 9. Go. I'm not going to wait for you. You can hit pause. So again, hours in inches. It's 2/3 of an hour is 6 inches. The question I'm asking you, how much is it going to snow in 4 hours? Well, I'm going to figure out how much is it going to snow in 1 hour. And you just multiply by the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal. 2's cancel, the 3's cancel. The product of reciprocals is always 1. Stick a 1 under here. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. It's going to snow 9 inches in an hour. So how much is it going to snow in 4 hours? Well, easy, times 4 times 4. It's going to snow 36 inches in 4 hours. Snows 36 inches in 4 hours. All right? So anyways, hopefully that was helpful. But make a circle, obey the circle, or when it's a unit rate, it's going to be x over 1. If you have more than one person, just separate them. And then when you get like weird ones, I like making a table. And you can do them all by make a table, obey the table if you want. That's another way of doing it. You can just make a table, obey the table if you want.